Hi, I'm Ken Delo here at the Welk Resort San Diego, and because this week's show is a salute to the working people, I decided to try my hand at driving this tram around the resort. So fasten your seatbelts, everybody. My wife, Marilyn, my kids, Kevin and Kimberly, and my two grandsons, Morgan and Jordan, are on board, too. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Very funny. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Here we go.
From Hollywood, it's the Lawrence Welk Show with a salute to the working people of our country.
Keep on singing all day long. Heigh ho, heigh ho, heigh ho, heigh ho, heigh ho. For if you're feeling low, you positively can't go wrong with a high, high ho.
Hi ho, hi ho, it's off to work we go. Just keep on singing all day long. Hi ho, hi ho,
hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. It's home from work we go. You positively can't go wrong with a high, hi ho. We work and work and work and work all the whole day through. Work and work and work and work is what we like to do.
And while we work, we always sing. For when we work, we like to sing a tune, a tune.
You can whistle or can croon. Hi ho, hi ho, it's off to work we go. Just keep on singing all day long. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. For if you're feeling low, you positively can't go wrong with a high, hi ho. Hi-ho!
Greetings, my friends. As Bob told you this evening, we're saluting the working people of our country, the backbone of our great nation. You'll hear songs about many different occupations, and we hope your job is included. Let's hear from our charming little Mexican senorita Anacani and a song about the peanut vendor.
Caserita, no te acuestes a dormir sin comerte un cucurucho de maní. Qué sabrosito y rico está, ya no se puede pedir más. Ay, caserita, no me dejes ir, porque después te vas a arrepentir y va a ser muy tarde ya. Sabrosita, cuando la calle sola está, casera de mi corazón. El manicero entona su pregón, y si la niña escucha mi cantar, baja desde su balcón. Esta noche no voy a poder dormir sin comerme un cucurucho de maní. Maní. Ya me voy.
Anacani, and thanks for getting us off to a real good start. Next time, we have a nice champagne-style arrangement of a recent hit song about one of the children's favorite workers, the candy man.
Thank you, the Candyman. Now let's honor the music teachers, and we dedicate this song to the Music Educators National Conference. Our lovely Champagne lady, Norma Zimmer, has a class of very promising young singers.
All right, children, let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with A, B, C. When you sing, you begin with Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. The first three notes just happen to be Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. Do, a deer, a female deer, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread, la, a note to follow, so, tea, a drink of jam and bread, that will bring us back to do, do, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself, Ba, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread, La, a note to follow, so, Tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to do. Deer, a female deer, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself, Ba, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread, La, a note to follow, so, Tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to do. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, Ti, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do, So, Do.
What lucky children to have such a wonderful teacher.
This is my son, Kevin. And the last time he was on a Welk show, he was about 9 years old. You've grown a little since then, Kev.
How come you still look the same, Dad? I hope it's hereditary.
Thanks, Kev. I'll pay you a little bit later. Since this is a show about working people, I can tell you that Kevin is one of those rare guys who is working for a profitable Silicon Valley company. He's the product development manager for a financial services company in Palo Alto, California, and has been with them since 1996 when they had just, 100 employees. How many employees do you have now?
We have about 3,000 people working for us today in offices all over the world, and I enjoy my trips to New York, Chicago, and other places. I haven't had the chance to go out to your old hangout, Dad, Australia.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Australia. Had my own television show there. That was before you were even born, Kev.
Wow, that's a really long time ago, Dad. You mean I could have been to Australia?
No, you were born after I joined the Lawrence Welk show, so instead of you running around saying, "She'll be right, mate," you'd run around saying, "Wonderful, oh, wonderful."
Sure, Dad. Don't you think it's about time we get back to the show?
That's a wonderful idea.
Doctors, nurses, and all the members of the medical profession are a very important segment of our society. Guy and Ralna offered this song as a tribute to these dedicated workers.
Wherever you go, wherever you may wander in your life, surely you know I'll always want to be there. Whenever you feel that you need a friend to lean on, here I am. Whenever you call, you know I'll be there. Let me be there in your morning, let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only you can share. All I ask you, let me be there. Watching you grow, and going through the changes in your life. Surely you know, I'll always want to be there. Holding your hand, standing by to catch you when you fall, seeing you through in everything you do. Let me be there in your morning, let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only two can share. All I ask you, let me be there. Let me be there. All I ask you, let me be there. Let me be there.
Guy and Ralna, thanks for another wonderful job. You know, having a dancer for a son-in-law, I know how much time and hard work goes into this profession. I also know that dance teachers have a very difficult and demanding job. Here's a number I'm sure you'll enjoy with Bobby and Cissy in the role of dance instructors.
6 lessons from Madame Zonga, and you'll be known from Major Cucamonga. 6 lessons from little old Madame, and you will forever be happy you had 'em.
Her 4 Latin daughters will help you to start.
While finding the rhythm, you might lose your heart. 6 lessons from Madame Zonga, and you'll discover what practice can do.
And I can assure you, it took more than 6 lessons for Bob and Cissy to become as great as they are. Here's a song that will have special meaning for many of our friends in the Cotton States. Our country gal, Ava Barber, sings it for you.
When I was a little bitty baby, my mama would rock me in the cradle in them old cotton fields back home. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama would rock me in the cradle in them old cotton fields back home. Now when them cotton bolls get rotten, you can't pick very much cotton in them old cotton fields back home. It was down in Louisiana, just about a mile from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama would rock me in the cradle in them old cotton fields back home. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama would rock me in the cradle in them old cotton fields back home. Now when them cotton bolls get rotten, you can't pick very much cotton in them old cotton fields back home. It was down in Louisiana, just about a mile from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home. In them old cotton fields back home. In them old cotton fields back home.
Didn't you love that number we did? 6 lessons from Madame Zonga? They just don't write songs like that anymore, do they? In the next segment of the show, when the group of workers being saluted are secretaries, Lawrence introduces his longtime assistant, Lois Lamont, who's in the audience. Lois was from Milwaukee, joined Lawrence in 1945, and worked for him until he retired in 1982. And she stayed with him through all those really rough years when the big band era was coming to an end, but it was worth it because she shared the glory when he became the champagne toast of television. And she and her sister lived in an apartment over the Welk offices in the early California days, but later she spent many happy years in the Champagne Towers where Lawrence and Fern, George and Marion Cates, and Kathy Lennon lived, and right next door to the gorgeous building on Ocean Avenue that the Welk organization owned for so many years. My favorite memory of Lois is when we would be out on the road and I'd see her way up on the catwalk of some theater with a headset on, giving cues to the light operators. Now that is some secretary. She was really afraid of heights, too, so it took a lot of courage for her to get up there. But that's the kind of dedication and loyalty she had to Lawrence. And I'm so glad you all get to meet her in the next part of the show.
Jimmy Roberts is joined by Gail, Farrell, and Mary Lou Metzger in a salute to all those nice people who make our airlines such a popular form of transportation.
Faraway places with strange sounding names, far away over the sea. Those faraway places with the strange sounding names are calling, calling me. Going to China or maybe Siam, I want to see for myself those faraway places I've been reading about in a book that I took from a shelf. I start getting restless whenever I hear the whistle of a train. I pray for the day I can get underway
Thank you, Jimmy, Gail, and Mary Lou. You know, as a member of many of the airline's million-mile clubs, I can appreciate the dedication of these friendly airline workers. There's one profession in particular that all of us in our musical family, and in fact, all musicians have great respect for. And the title of this familiar march explains it, Our Director. And ladies and gentlemen, here's our director.
1, 2, 3, 4. So much fun directing those great marches. Sometimes I think secretaries don't get all the credit they deserve. I know we'd be lost without Lois Lamont, the very efficient lady who has been with us for over 30 years. Lois, would you be kind enough to make a bow? And ladies and gentlemen, let's give her a nice welcome. Oh, listen to that applause. She's more popular than the leader of the band. Our lovely Semonski sisters have a timely song for Lois and all the hard-working secretaries of our country.
All right, girls, today's typing assignment is to write a letter. Now, you're on your own.
I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you.
I'm gonna write words oh so sweet. They're gonna knock me off my feet.
A lot of kisses on the bottom. I'll be glad I got 'em. I'm gonna smile and say I hope you're feeling better. And close with love the way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you.
I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you.
I'm gonna write words oh so sweet. They're gonna knock me off of my feet. A lot of kisses on the bottom. I'll be glad I got 'em.
I'm gonna smile and say, I hope you're feeling better.
And close with love the way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter. And make believe it came from you. I'm gonna make believe it came from you.
That's very good. Very good, Lido.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Ken Delo.
Hi, Ken. My name is Dan Swartz.
Nice to meet you, Dan. You know, we're here at the resort taping a show called A Salute to the Working People. Obviously, you're a working man here. What do you do here?
I am the grounds manager, and I run all landscaping services here.
Really? You're responsible for the beautiful flowers and the grass and all this?
Yes, but I have a lot of help.
Well, you do a wonderful job. You really do. I noticed some of my favorites up on the hill, some roses.
Actually, Ken, those are chrysanthemums.
They sure look like roses to me.
No, I'm pretty sure those are chrysanthemums,
Really?
Ken.
Chrysanthemums?
Yeah.
Can you spell chrysanthemum?
Absolutely. That would be C-H-R. Wait a minute. K-R-I. You know what, Ken? I think you are right. Those are roses.
I know. Anything different, kind of odd happen around here ever?
Well, just yesterday, I saved a man from drowning.
From drowning here at the resort?
Yes.
What happened?
He was playing golf, and he fell into the pond.
You're kidding.
No, he was in the water up to his knees.
And you saved him? You pulled him out?
Yes, sir.
How do you save a man who is only up to his knees in water?
Well, Ken, he went in head first.
I'm out of here, Dan. There are no straight men left.
But, Ken, I have another one.
On with the show, and let's call on the tall young man with the big voice, Tom Netherton.
Well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, a show like this just wouldn't be complete without paying a special tribute to the clergymen of our country. You know, they do such a wonderful job of helping us grow spiritually and becoming better people. And so to them, I'd like to dedicate one of my favorite hymns. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. But I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. To the old rugged cross I will ever be true, its shame and reproach gladly bear. Then he'll call me someday to my home far away, and his glory forever I'll share. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a
wasn't that beautiful? Tom and Bob Ralston, a nice treatment of that familiar hymn. You have to get up pretty early in the morning to see this next young man at work. Let's see how Arthur Duncan handles the problems of a milkman's job.
Milkman, keep those bottles quiet. Don't need that noise on my milk diet. So milkman, keep those bottles quiet.
Fresh vegetables too.
Are you kidding? We got everything, everything.
Hey, you got bananas?
Yes, we gotta know bananas. We gotta know bananas today.
We have string beans and onions and cabbages and scallions and all kinds of fruit and say.
We gotta know the fashion of tomato. My Long Island potato. My yes, we gotta know bananas. We gotta know bananas today.
Yes, they gotta know bananas. They gotta know bananas today. You got a famous cucumbers who were tested by plumbers and they cannot leak, they say. You gotta some nice fresh vegetables. Just look at the labels. But yes, you gotta know bananas. You gotta know bananas today.
Yes, we gotta know bananas. We gotta know bananas today.
This song isn't pretty, but still it's a pity that it grows on you day by day.
And you can all do something for us. Just join in the chorus. But yes, we gotta know bananas. We gotta know bananas.
They gotta know bananas.
We gotta know bananas today. That's all right. Are you kidding me?
Look. Hey, what do you mean you gotta know bananas? What is it? Huh?
You said we had no bananas. What are you doing? Back there,
Tanya, Charlie, and Bob. When those three Italians get together, we never know what to expect. But it's always a lots of fun.
I want you to meet some of my passengers. Here's someone you haven't seen for 22 years. My daughter, Kimberly.
Hi, everyone. My husband, Sean, couldn't be with us today because he's working on a movie. But here are my two sons, Morgan, 9, and Jordan, 2.
And sticking to our theme of working people, Kimberly is the manager of the brand new coffee bean and tea leaf store in Montrose, California. Tell us a little bit about the coffee bean business.
Well, they have a chain of stores throughout California and some franchises around the world. They specialize in some of the finest coffees and teas in the world. You can buy all kinds of wonderful products to take home and make yourself.
And a lot of people can't start their day without a big cup of coffee from Coffee Bean.
And mid-morning and lunch and mid-afternoon, whenever you need a break.
Here we go to Mommy, okay? There go to Mommy. And how about you, Morgan? Have you been to Mom's store yet?
Yes, I have. It's cool. I like the machines. Maybe I'll work there when I'm older.
Oh, speaking of working, you just did a movie, didn't you, Morgan? And now you're on TV? You're a very busy young man. Hey, you know, I'm coming up in this next number.
Can I introduce you?
You want to introduce me? Do I have a choice? Go ahead.
Here's the great one and only superstar, Ken Delo. How's that, Grandpa?
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Ken Delo salutes the railroad workers with this all-time favorite.
Hey, come all you rounders if you want to hear a story about a brave engineer. Now, Casey Jones was the rounder's name. On a 6-8 wheeler, boy, he won his fame. The caller called Casey at 4:30. He kissed his wife at the station door, mounted to the cabin with his orders in his hand, and he took his farewell trip to that promised land. Casey Jones mounted to the cabin. Casey Jones with his orders in his hand. Casey Jones mounted to the cabin, and he took his farewell trip to that promised land. Now Casey pulled up that Reno hill. He tooted for the crossing with an awful shrill. The switchman knew by the engine's moan that the man at the throttle was Casey Jones. He pulled up within 2 miles of that place, and number 4 stared him right in the face. He turned to the fireman and said, "Boy, you better jump, 'cause there's 2 locomotives that's a-going to bum." Hey, now, Casey said just before he died, "There's 2 more roads that I'd like to ride." The fireman said, "What could that be?" "The Southern Pacific and the Santa Fe." Casey Jones mounted to the cabin. Casey Jones with his orders in his hand. Casey Jones mounted to the cabin, and he took his farewell trip to that promised land. Thank you. Thank you for your help, Charlie. Here's the guy that really gives a toot for this show, you know? Testing 1, 2, test. No. And now we salute some very enterprising young gentlemen here in America. Gentlemen, you can't say that anymore. You can't say newsboys, which I was going to say, with the women's lip. What was that?
I see.
Oh, no wonder you blow a whistle.
I got a cold.
Shit, you got a cold, too, and you whistle. Now, listen, this is a short show here. But we have to call them news persons. Anyway, here's Bobby, Cissy, Mary Lou, and Jack with some good news.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Extra, extra, there's good news tonight. Good news. Good news. Good news.
Isn't it nice to hear some good news for a change? We'd like to dedicate this next song to some of the hardest working people I know, the farmers. Having spent the first 21 years of my life on a farm, I speak from personal experience. Let's call on our California farmer or rancher, Joe Feeney.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright, blessed day, the dark, sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the skies, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful
And what a wonderful cast of singers they are. I always loved those group numbers. Coming up in the next segment, there's a very special guest in the audience, composer and lyricist Meredith Willson, who wrote The Music Man. What a nice man he was. He came to see a few of our shows at the studio, and it was fun to meet the legendary guy who had written one of the classic musicals of all time. One year I sang a song he had written called Easter Time, and he wrote me a note telling me how much he liked it and thanking me for singing it. What a classy guy. Mary Lou Metzger and I were doing a show out in Mason City, Iowa, and we were invited for a personal tour of the Music Man Square, this great little entertainment complex created right next door to the house where Meredith Willson was born. There's even a pool hall. Friends, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friends. Right here I say trouble, right here in River City with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Well, now let's get back to our own music man, Lawrence Welk.
Here's a song about a man with a highly specialized job, the auctioneer. The man in this case is our own Larry Hooper.
There was a boy from Arkansas who wouldn't listen to his ma when she told him that he should go to school. He'd sneak away in the afternoon, take a little walk, and pretty soon you'd find him at the local auction barn. He'd stand and listen carefully, then pretty soon began to see how the auctioneer could talk so rapidly. He said, oh my, it's do or die, I gotta learn that auction cry, gotta make my bid and be an auctioneer. Okay. $25 bid and now $30, give me 30, make a 30 bid, the form of $30, will they give me 30, who give me a $30 bid? Got a $30 bid and now 35, will they give me 35, make it a bid, make the bid of 35, who's gonna bid it at a $35 bid? So from that boy who went to school, there grew a man who played it cool. He'd come back home a full-fledged auctioneer. People come from miles around just to hear him make that rhythmic sound that fills their hearts with such a happy cheer. His fame spread out from shore to shore, had all he could do and more. Had to buy a plane to get around. Now he's the tops in all the land. Let's pause and give that boy a hand. He's the best hillbilly auctioneer. Okay. $35 bid or now, $40, give me 40, make it 40 bid in the form of $40. Will he give me 40? Who'll give me a $40 bid? I got a $40 bid or now, 45, will he give me 45, make it a 45 bid of 45. Who's going to bid it at the $45 bid? Sold.
Larry, whatever you're selling, I'll buy them. Our good friend Meredith Wilson wrote a wonderful show titled The Music Man. By the way, this wonderful and talented man is in our studio audience. Let's have a nice hand for Meredith Wilson. Great joy to have you with us. We have a fine Bob ballad arrangement of songs from The Music Man, with George Cates conducting the orchestra. Let's dedicate this to our many friends in the profession we all love so much, the music business.
Well, it's the end of the line for now, friends. I hope you'll keep watching the show every week on this station, and I look forward to seeing you as I travel around the country with some of the other Welk stars. And now here's my lovely wife, Marilyn, with a few parting words. Say goodbye, Marilyn.
Goodbye, Marilyn.